Printing and emailing letters. The software enables you to print or email letters, which can optionally include donation details received within a specified time period, and these can be produced at any time. This facility can also be used to send a letter or an email to make an announcement, such as a change to your bank account, contact details, or even to promote a particular fundraising cause. So let's start by having a look at setting up the system for printed letters. So you can have multiple letter types set up, and these could be used for different reasons. So you could have a thank you for your donation letter, or an announcement, or a newsletter perhaps. The different letter templates are set up here under donations and letter maintenance. So let's add a thank you letter. So if we click on add down the bottom, and now we need to give it a letter code. This could be anything that you like, and a description. Now we have 4 tag fields. You can use these tags to automatically enter information from your database. For example, if you use the salutation tag in the letter body, then it will automatically enter the donor's salutation, which is stored in donor maintenance. If you are going to use this, then it's worth going through all your donors to make sure that these are set correctly. So let's enter some tags here. Now we need to enter the letter body. So this is the actual text that's going to be printed on the letter. So you can enter as much text as you need, and when the letters are printed it will enter the relevant information, for example the value here and the date range. So once we've added all the information, just click on record, and then we can exit. If you have any donors that don't wish to receive any correspondence from you, then you can set the send letter flag to no in donor maintenance, which is set here. To print the letters, go to donations and send letters. If you are sending donation thank you letters, then choose this option at the top here. If it's another type of letter that doesn't involve donations, then choose other letters. Let's stick with the donation thank you letter. So now we can choose which donors, so we can put a range of donors in here, or if we choose any value, that will include all donors. So now we need to narrow it down by a date range. So these are the donations received between this particular date range. So if we wanted a letter to be sent to all donors that have donated in the last month, then we could put our date range in here. And that will give you letters for everyone who's donated in the month of December. So now we choose our letter code. There's the letter code we've just set up here, and you'll see it's put in the body of the text, the letter body at the bottom here. This can be amended if you want to. If you wanted to just print the letters for people who have donated to a particular fund, you can narrow it down by putting a fund code in there. If you would like a list of the donors' donations to be printed on the letter, then tick this box here. Now you can just click on the Send Print button at the bottom and it will print letters to all donors that meet the criteria that we've entered. Emailing letters is set up in a similar way. Before attempting to email, you must make sure that all your donors have the correct email addresses set up in donor maintenance. It will also be worth checking with your email provider if you have any sending limits, as you may have an error if you exceed the limit. You'll also need to set up the email settings to enable the software to communicate with your email provider. So to do this, go to Administration, System Settings and User Maintenance. Each user must have the relevant email system details. So this could be different for each user. So in this particular case we have the Hotmail settings set up. You might need to contact your email provider to help you with this. As with the letters, multiple email templates can be set up. So if we go back to Donations and Letter Maintenance, so we can enter the details as we did for the printed letters. So I'm going to set one up for an emailed newsletter, for example. Because it's not going to involve donations, I'm going to leave these tags blank. If you were entering a template for a thank you for your donations email, it might be worth setting up the letter body as well as the email body, because if your donors don't have an email address, it can also print off a printed copy of a letter for you to post. You can override this when it comes to sending the emails as well. So what you can do as well is you can attach an attachment to this. So in this particular case I'm doing a newsletter, so I could just browse to the PDF attachment for a newsletter, for example. You can also, if it is a donation thank you letter, include a PDF letter of the actual thank you letter as well. So once it's all been entered, I'll just put in a bit more there, just so it has the donor's name on it as well. Just record. Now if we go back to send letters, so this time I'm going to choose other letters at the top here, and I want to do all my donors, so any value in there. We choose our letter code we've just set up, and we need to click on the email setup tab across the top here. So there's our email body that we've entered into the maintenance program. Again, this can be amended here if you need to. And if you don't want a printed copy of this, just tick this box here and it will only send emails. So if you have a donor that doesn't have an email address, then it will just ignore it. And then just click on Send Print as you did before. And you can repeat this process as many times as you wish.